Hello everyone, and welcome to Teltonika Telematics webinar, Grow Your Business with Asset Trackers. Thank you for joining us today, and we will do exactly that. Help you grow your business by leveraging asset trackers and their value. I'm Lukas Barasnavičius, Project Development Coordinator here at Teltonika Telematics, and my colleague Martynas Paškauskas, Project Coordinator, will be present during the Q&A session in the end of the webinar. If you have any questions during the webinar, please type them in the Q&A tab at the bottom of the screen and Martynas will answer you. So, without any further delay, let's proceed with our webinar. We have quite some agenda. We'll start with the potential of asset tracking for our business partners. Then, we will review how stolen vehicle recovery can be improved for different industries, solutions including but not limited to leasing, car rental and sharing, and construction rental industries. We will explain how backup tracking works and what additional value we provide compared with other backup tracking methods. We will briefly explain additional use cases that can help you grow your business once you implement TAT asset trackers. Then, we will discuss the available TAT models and their differences, review the main tracking settings, and we'll have live Q&A session where we will answer the most actual questions live. So let's start with a real and expensive challenge: vehicle thefts. What challenges are experienced in regard to vehicle thefts? Well, thieves go hand in hand with technology, so experienced thieves sometimes expect a GPS tracker. So such thieves search for an installed GPS tracker and remove it. In general, the stolen vehicle recovery rate is going down. For example, in the United Kingdom, to only 28%, down from 80% in 2006. So only 28% of vehicles are recovered. Because of such a moderate recovery rate and high losses due to vehicle thefts, regular tracking solutions may not be enough for businesses. They require solutions that ensure maximum possible safety. And that is what we are going to share with you: how to take vehicle safety to the next level. Some of the most affected industries in terms of vehicle theft include leasing, it's worth more than $80 billion. Car rental and sharing, it's worth more than $100 billion. Construction machinery and equipment rental, it's worth more than an astonishing $180 billion. So there are big industries with many vehicles worth billions of dollars. Their potential is really significant, and they are usually interested in improving their vehicles' safety. Even if you don't work with these industries yet, you may start offering services to them. The solution that we offer for ensuring the maximum safety of your vehicles is backup tracking. Basically, on top of your current Teltonika Telematics vehicle tracker, we suggest adding TAT 240, 140, or TAT 100 asset tracker, which would report the location in case something happens to the main tracker. For example, if experienced thieves remove it. FMX 003 and TAT 240 models here are taken as an example. Different model combinations can be used. Why is it worth choosing a TAT backup tracker for you if you are a current Teltonika Telematics client? Well, firstly, fast integration. TAT asset trackers use the same protocols as our fleet management trackers, making the integration in your platform seamless. You will only need to add a few AVL IDs, and that's it. Compatibility with tracker. TAT works with our vehicle GPS trackers via encrypted Bluetooth packets, ensuring secure and battery-saving communication. We will explore this benefit in more detail during the webinar. Convenience. You don't need to spend time searching for other suppliers and dealing with them. You can enjoy the comfort of having the solution from us, your trusted supplier and sales manager. Comprehensive support. We provide comprehensive support for the whole backup tracking solution, fleet management tracker, asset tracker, and their interaction. Now let's have a look at why clients from different industries decided to implement a backup tracking solution and how they did it. The solutions that I will be talking about are already successfully used by our clients today. Let's start with a leasing company. Let me tell you story one of the typical leasing clients. They needed to comply with vehicle's warranty requirements, so use trackers that do not require cutting wires or otherwise interfering with warranty conditions. So they used plug-and-play trackers for relevant data, vehicle protection, and easy installation. However, vehicle theft still sometimes happen because experienced thieves search for and remove the tracker. So, the company wanted to minimize losses due to these expensive thefts. So, they added TAT100 as a backup tracker and hidden them into their cars. They configured it to scan for the main plug-and-play tracker every 3 hours, so they would have a quick response in case of theft. Even though they scan frequently for the main tracker, they still get up to 5 years battery life with this configuration. And the value of backup tracking solution is that if the main tracker is removed, they still get frequent location reports from the discrete backup tracker, which allows them to recover the stolen vehicle. Let's now discuss the car sharing company. They obviously needed vehicle control and theft prevention features. Thus, they used advanced trackers such as FMX 130. Theft still sometimes happened, and they decided that they needed a backup tracking solution. The possibility of hiding the tracker was very important for this client. And finally, they needed an easy-to-install tracker, so they wouldn't need to spend resources for installation in their large car park. So, what was their solution? Well, they added TAT140, the 4G LTE asset tracker, as a backup tracker. However, they chose slightly different configuration, not only scanning for the main tracker every 3 hours, but also one I'm Alive check per day. What is I'm Alive check? Well, basically it's a way to make sure that the tracker is alive and, if needed, manually activate frequent location reporting or otherwise change its configuration. Basically, during I'm Alive check, the asset tracker wakes up to check for any pending commands without sending a record. With this configuration, the asset tracker's battery lasts up to 3.5 years. And in case of theft or main tracker removal, they receive frequent location reports and can recover the stolen car-sharing vehicle. Now let's have a look at the third industry, which is represented by a construction rental company, which rents construction-heavy machinery and equipment. They use GPS trackers for fleet management and theft prevention, such as FMC 230 with CAN adapter support. However, especially in some construction machinery, they are hard to hide and easy to eliminate for thieves. They wanted to minimize losses due to thefts. So 2 solutions were implemented by the client, something that we can recommend for construction machinery rental companies. The first one is to use TAT as a standalone tracker. Usually it is used for less expensive machinery. It is configured to report 1 regular GNSS location record per day and perform 2 battery-saving I'm Alive checks. With this configuration, the tracker works for up to 1.5 years without the need to replace the battery. And the value is that if, based on location or other factors, the owner identifies that the construction machinery was stolen, they activate frequent location reporting and recover the vehicles. Another implemented solution is backup tracking, usually used for more expensive construction machinery. The TAT-140, which acts as a backup tracker, scans for the main tracker every 3 hours and provides up to 5 years battery lifetime. Of course, in case that the main tracker is compromised, the client receives the location reports from TAT-140 and can recover the machinery. We have feedback from this client in Europe that is recovering around 50 vehicles per year due to standalone and backup tracking solutions, meaning that they save more than 2.5 million euros worth of equipment, such as bulldozers or articulated dump trucks. So how does our backup tracking solution work? Well, firstly, let's have a look at the regular scenario. In this case, the wired GPS tracker acts as the main tracker and operates normally, providing location and other necessary data. TAT-140 wakes up every 3 hours, scans for the main tracker, and if it detects that the main tracker is present and operating normally, it goes back to sleep. So it spends most of the time in sleep, which helps to save battery, and also the backup tracker is not detectable by signal scanners that thieves use to find GPS trackers and remove them. So what happens if thieves remove the main GPS tracker? In that case, let's have a look at this emergency scenario. When the TAT-140 backup tracker wakes up to scan for the main vehicle tracker and does not detect it, then it goes to recovery mode, which means that it starts reporting its locations frequently, as frequent as every 30 seconds, meaning the owner of the vehicle can locate it and recover it based on a known location. So what is the difference between using the standalone backup tracking solution, where the backup tracker works independently from the main tracker, and the backup tracking solution that we propose? In a standalone scenario, rare reports, such as once per day with GNSS location, are used. With such settings, the backup trackers usually work for up to 3 years. The recovery mode, which means frequent location reporting, should be manually activated by sending a dedicated command to the device. And it may take up to 24 hours for a backup tracker to react to the command if the theft happens right after the previous report. Our TAT models can be used for this standalone scenario. However, what we are offering for you is so much better. We offer the backup tracking, which would work with our trackers via Bluetooth. And only our TAT trackers will work in this scenario. No other asset tracker can offer this functionality with our fleet management GPS trackers. So with this method, TAT can scan for the main tracker 8 times a day instead of only one report, and still provide a better battery life of up to 5 years. The recovery mode for frequent location reporting would be activated automatically when the backup tracker does not detect the main tracker. This method is so much more valuable because the maximum waiting time for the start of frequent location reporting would be 3 hours after the main tracker is compromised, instead of 24 hours, as it is in the standalone scenario. And if the main tracker is working, then there would be no point in activating the recovery mode. So it's really a smart solution that works with our fleet management and TAT asset trackers. And TAT asset tracker capabilities does not end with stolen vehicle recovery solutions. There are so many more use cases and potential new business niches where you can implement it. construction rental equipment tracking to prevent equipment such as generators or pumps theft and effectively manage the rental process, machinery delivery to prevent theft and observe delivery process, ground containers tracking, trailers periodic tracking, pallets, goods, and other deliveries tracking to safeguard them and effectively manage the process, waste container tracking where TAT can be combined with proximity Bluetooth sensors to monitor their fill level and know when it's time to empty them. Also, TAT may be used for mobile toilets monitoring, either with Bluetooth proximity sensors to monitor fill level or with eye sensors to count door openings and organize their emptying and cleaning based on the count of the door opening. And there are so much more scenarios because TAT is universal, does not require external power, and is easy to integrate. TAT family consists of TAT 100, TAT 140, and TAT 240 asset trackers. They all provide with periodic location reports. They are fully wireless and easy to hide. They have many mounting options thanks to the mounting holes. They are all IP67 compliant, dust-proof, and water-resistant. And finally, they are all powered by replaceable batteries and have many features to extend its lifetime, such as our discussed backup tracking or I'm Alive feature. One of their differences is connectivity. TAT 100 is 2G, while TAT 140 and TAT 240 are 4G LTE Cat 1. Also, TAT 240 is the only one that has tamper detection feature and comes with magnetic mounting holder included. The TAT 240 is the newest addition to TAT family, a tamper-proof asset tracker that ensures the maximum safety of your assets. As I already mentioned, it has a tamper detection feature, meaning that if thieves remove the tracker from your asset, you would be immediately notified and could take the necessary actions to prevent the theft and recover the asset. Also, this tamper detection feature is ensured by reliable magnetic technology, which does not malfunction due to rugged surfaces or light manipulation, as it may happen with light sensor tamper detection technology. Also, it has a magnetic mounting holder included in the box, so you can easily and firmly mount it to metal surfaces and don't need to purchase holders separately. And of course, as with other TAT devices, it has a wireless and hassle-free installation process and 4G LTE Cat 1 connectivity. And it's already available for ordering. Now let's briefly talk about the main tracking settings that you can choose with TAT family devices. Firstly, you can choose how you want the asset tracker to retrieve its location, with accurate GNSS tracking, which is the most popular method. You can also choose battery-saving LBS tracking method, which is useful in places where GNSS signal is weak. It reports cell towers ID and signal strength so that the platform can calculate approximate location of TAT device. This method improves the lifetime of the asset tracker by around 30%. Or a combined method may be chosen. In this case, TAT reports GNSS location, but if it's not possible to determine, then it sends an LBS data list. So you could say that this option is the most reliable choice. Just pay attention that LBS tracking and GNSS plus LBS option for TAT 140 and TAT 240 is currently available with evaluation firmware. However, if you prefer these methods, just let us know and we will provide you this firmware. A TAT asset tracker can report its location based on different methods. One is backup tracker. It would start frequent location reporting if the main tracker is not detected. Another is periodic reports with different periods when the asset is on the move and when it is on stop. So you may track the asset frequently when it's moving, and track it rarely when it's not moving, for example, or track it only when it's moving, because then it has a much higher risk of theft. Then we also have scheduled reporting, where it sends reports based on selected days and timing. So you can choose tracking on specific time when the asset theft is more likely. And finally, it can report movement events, so it separately sends an event when the asset starts to move or when it stops moving. These are the most popular reporting options, but there are even more to suit your needs. If you don't find a suitable one here, contact us and we will choose the most efficient option for your use case. So we have discussed quite a lot of use cases, tracking options, and values that our asset trackers provide. It all adds up to many different opportunities to grow your business. And now let's recap the main values which make TAT asset trackers stand out, especially for our current business partners. The easy setup, because TAT asset trackers use the same protocols as our fleet management trackers. You will only need to add a few AVL IDs, and that's it. The fact that TAT are the only asset trackers that work with our fleet management trackers via encrypted Bluetooth signal, providing an opportunity for more frequent anti-theft checks while extending the asset tracker's battery life. We also provide comprehensive support for the whole solution. So if you need help with the setup or something does not work as expected, we have professionals that will help you with both the main tracker and backup tracker and their interaction. You also know the person that you can ask for an asset tracker, the same sales manager who provides you with fleet management trackers. So you don't need to search for something new. You can contact your Teltonika Telematics sales manager like right now and ask for a sample of TAT asset tracker and learn its benefits firsthand. Many features to extend battery life, such as scanning for the main tracker via Bluetooth, LBS tracking, or I'm Alive methods that we discussed earlier. And there are much more such features. Contact us for more information and we will check what's the most efficient option for your use case. And finally, TAT asset trackers are easy to install and hide, meaning no installation costs and high level of safety against thefts. So TAT 100, TAT 140, and TAT 240 are really valuable and constantly improving asset trackers that already proved their value for many different clients and of course use cases, some of which we share today. So in conclusion, what have we discussed today? We talked about the high demand for improving vehicle security from giant industries such as leasing, car sharing and rental, and construction machinery and equipment rental. We explained the solution that we know already works for clients, backup tracking that is adaptable to industry and client needs. We reviewed how it works and how beneficial it is, increasing frequency of anti-theft checks. Battery lifetime of the asset tracker as well is being increased. We had a look at other use cases such as equipment rental or waste container tracking that can add up to your telematics business growth. We reviewed the TAT models, TAT 100, TAT 140, and TAT 240, their similarities and differences. Discussed the location options, GNSS and LBS, and the main reporting options such as movement-based periodic tracking or scheduled tracking. And finally, we recap the benefits of using TAT asset trackers for current Teltonika Telematics clients, including the possibility to use smart backup tracking via Bluetooth with our wired GPS trackers. I believe now you are well aware of backup tracking solution that our asset trackers provide easily and efficiently. So I'm sure there should be nothing to stop you from calling or writing a message to your sales manager from Teltonika Telematics and start implementing TAT asset trackers to grow your business. Or contact us by filling a form in our web if you are not our business partner yet. Yes, and really, thank you for joining us for this webinar. I hope it was useful for you, and I really encourage you to try the backup tracking via Bluetooth solution yourself, because it is really worth it and it can help you grow your business. Have a great day and see you in the future webinars. Bye-bye.